Okay, so with the close-up video here, we're just going to kind of look, because from the distance, it doesn't really look like anything's wrong with the headlight. So, but we get up on the lens, we kind of see these marks here. Now, it may be hard to determine if that is just scratches or if it's just some smudge. This is not, as you can see, it's not on a vehicle, but it's just a demonstration setup that I want to be able to utilize to show you guys on the application of not only just, remove a little stuff like, that you might see here, but to show you the application of the ceramic itself. So this will actually be an application of auto ceramic on the headlight. So now I'm going to switch over to my setup camera on the tripod so that you can actually see me carry out these steps here. All right, guys, so now we're going to treat this headlight with auto ceramic. But first, we're going to address a smudge that was on here that you saw with the close-up video shot. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and treat this. From all outward appearance, it looks okay. Basically, it is okay. But we're just going to do this video shot basically to show you guys how you would apply the auto ceramic to the headlight. Now, sometimes there's a scary situation about it. There is the known knowledge out there that you don't want to apply auto ceramic to a hot to the touch headlight or out in the sunlight. Now, we're kind of in a controlled environment here in the studio. But I did do a video of applying the auto ceramic out in the sunlight. I will have that up. And there seemed to be basically a need to pay attention to how thick you are putting on that auto ceramic. You want to make sure that when you actually apply it on, you're going to let it set for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. And then you're going to take either microfiber towel or you're going to take a t-shirt. T-shirt material is the closest thing you're going to get to microfiber. And once that has set for 1 minute and 30 seconds, you're going to take this and you're going to buff it. And you're going to buff it really good, as if you're actually wiping off whatever residual is left of the auto ceramic. And that way, when you apply it on, you're not going to apply it on thick. And I'm going to show you that when you use the sponge that comes with it. These, I guess I call it the mini sponge. And so when you apply it on with that, you're really just going to be putting it on a fine layer with it. I had to kind of go to the school of hard knocks, and first time I did it, I put it on too thick, and it looked good. It looked good when it was on thick. But the problem is that out in that sunlight, when I did it to a particular customer, that thing started hazing over. So I think putting it on too thick in the sunlight, you could pretty much find yourself in a bit of a jam. But when you really apply this thinly, as a number of videos will demonstrate, when you just kind of wrap this on your sponge, and then you're just going to put one line down the middle of the auto ceramic, and then you really just kind of spread it on. You do it thinly. Let it set for 1 minute and 30 seconds, and then you come back with another towel, and you're just going to really wipe the rest of it off. If there's any off, get the residual off, but there's still going to be a layer on there, and that's going to dry, and you're going to have a nice clear coat. But like I said, I think in that video that I'm going to show you, which will probably be after this video, it's really just going to show you that if you put it on too thick, it could be a problem. Because when I actually put it on thinly, and then I wiped it off, about 1 minute and 30 seconds, I wiped it off in the sunlight, okay? While it was still hot in the day, it turned out excellent. It really did. It turned out excellent. So I think being out in the sunlight is too hot. I would really advise doing it in the shade, but don't put it on thick. And that's, I think 90% of your problem is going to be if you put it on too thick. All right. So now let's, having said all that, let's get started with this. The smudge that's here is probably a smudge. It'll probably come off as well, and then in that case, we won't be demonstrating the removal of any scratches because it won't be a scratch. So I'm going to determine if it's a scratch right now. So let's kind of take some of these things down so it's not a distraction. Let's clean it off. And we're going to determine if this is a smudge or if it's a scratch. Alright, here we go. Alrighty, so what we look like here is that we just had a smudge. So it's pretty much just a smudge. So look like we're not going to be dealing with anything that's a scratch. If this was a scratch, what you would probably do is you would get, two things could happen. One, you have a 3000 grit sand disc. You have just a sponge. And so you're going to take some metal polish and you would put the metal polish on the sponge first. Okay, no grit, just a sponge. And you would see if you could just get that scratch off with that. Okay? And I recommend doing it by hand. I mean, unless it's a deep scratch, then you're probably going to come in with a power tool to take that out with, and I would probably just go with a 3000 grit. But nonetheless, you're going to determine if the scratch that's on there, you can just buff it out with metal polish with a sponge. Try not to, if you don't have to, kind of dig into the plastic. Okay, so, but if that doesn't work for you, then you want to go with a 3000 grit, and then you put your metal polish on there, and then you go and see if you can take it out that way. Okay, and maybe that will come out, and if not, you may have to, if it's a deep scratch, you may have to kind of go with a little bit of the power tool. Okay, I brought the camera closer so that we can get a closer view of this process. Okay, so now we are going to put alcohol. It can be anywhere from 90%, basically 70-90%, which is okay. So now we're going to take this alcohol, we're going to basically get off any residual that may be on here. Okay, so let's do that. Alright, looks nice and clean. So now one step I really forgot to mention, and that's before you get to this. When you finish the process of removing oxidation and you're down to where you got it all off, it looks nice, you want to make sure you polish it. Polish it first before you actually apply the auto ceramic to it. So my recommendation, I mean, you can go with whatever product you think is nice, but my recommendation is McGuire Plastics. This stuff is amazing. Trust me. When you apply this, you can feel the results when you apply the wax onto the headlight. And then when you polish it, you get that squeaky. Just like they say, that squeaky clean. It's a squeaky clean clarity shine when you finish with this. But now, basically, you have removed the UV coating when you take off that oxidation. So that's why in the end we're getting to the auto ceramic application to replace the UV coating. Alright, so here we go. So assuming you've put the polish on here, okay, then you're taking the rag with the alcohol and you're wiping, get off any residual of the polish that you may have on there. So you get any residual of that off. Okay, and then obviously when you're done, it's just going to be spectacular looking, but you want to seal in that spectacular look with auto ceramic. Okay, here we go. Okay, we are now ready to apply the auto ceramic to this headlight. Now you notice I have one hand with gloves on. I don't have gloves with this other one, so I only had one glove at hand. But you really want to wear gloves when you're handling this stuff. Okay? So when I'm opening this, I'm gonna basically just use another towel so I can open this with. So you're gonna see one of these little mini sponges in the auto ceramic when you purchase it. You can use a microfiber towel, and sometimes it'll come with it. Actually, in fact, it will come with a microfiber towel. Gotta say that right. Microfiber towel. It will come with it, but if you don't have it, okay, you can actually order a bunch of them. And if you have no other alternative, you want to just take a t-shirt, clean t-shirt, okay, and because it is the closest thing to microfiber, okay, and so we're going to wrap that on there, okay. I'm sorry, you put the wrong side. Okay, here's the right side. The sponge up. You just wrap it over that sponge. Give it a little bit of a tension. You'll give it a little bit of tension. Wrap it around the other way. Take the bottom part. Okay. So you want to get it just like that. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. Okay, just like that. Now we're going to take the auto ceramic solution. I'm going to just kind of set this down momentarily. Trying to do this one-handed, it's really kind of tough. All right. So now, if I can get that in the camera shot, maybe I can get up close. Can we get up close? Okay. And so you want to put the solution right down the middle. See that? There we go. If I can put this down without spilling. Alrighty, so get that in the light. So I put it right down the middle. So now when you apply this, you go from one end of it. Okay, don't be scared. Across the top. You come in horizontally across it. Horizontally across. Okay, and then you're going to go up and down. Up and down. Okay, don't be afraid of it. Okay, then you can actually start swirling it. Okay, because you just want to rub it in. You want to rub it in like you rub it in Bengay. Okay, that's really what you want to be able to do. Okay, then once again we can go across. And then up and down. Okay, make sure you get it on there thoroughly. So now, we're just going to let that set for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Okay? It's not hard at all. And so, after 1 minute 30 seconds, which has passed, you come back with a clean towel. My recommendation, t-shirt. If you don't have microfiber, t-shirt is the closest thing to it. And then you're just gonna go over that. You're just buffing it. That's all you're doing. You're just buffing it. Don't be afraid of it. Alright. And that's it. You are done. So now you know how to apply auto ceramic to the headlight once you have finished doing restoration of removing the oxidation. So let me see. I'm going to pick up the camera, just kind of give you guys a real close-up zoom in on that. And that is just so spectacularly clear. Look at that. I mean, if you could just take that to the bank like gold and turn that in for cash, it just might give you $1 million. And so on my homepage at carlightcleaner.com, there's a video of the driver's side headlight that I've done with my vehicle that was showcased in the 2019 headlight restoration training video. And I keep it on the homepage to really show that since I did that video in November 2018, we're now in the month of September 2019. So we're 2 months away from a whole year, and that headlight on my vehicle, the driver's side, still looks spectacular. So it's almost a year, and it still looks almost like this. Okay? This is much newer than my headlight. So you must bear in mind that old plastic will never look like new plastic. So this is pretty much close to new because this is off of a newer type vehicle. In fact, this is from a Camry. Okay, this is actually off of a 2007 Camry. But nonetheless, my vehicle is a 2001 Hyundai Sonata. But look how gorgeous that looks. Okay, fabulous. Alrighty, so I hope you guys really got something out of this video, and that this video really helped to calm your nerves and your fear about doing headlight restoration, and then in the end you have to apply that auto ceramic. And so basically I hope that I calmed your nerves and fear about applying auto ceramic to the headlight. And this stuff will protect the car. It'll stay clear like this. It'll stay like that for about a year, up to 2 years. Okay? So there is an end game to this because the sun will eventually oxidize. I mean, unless the client keeps this in their garage where they'll never keep the car entirely long-term exposed to the sun, it'll stay like this for the lifetime of the car. But for most people, the vehicles are parked outside in the sun, so it'll stay like this for up to 2 years. Most headlight restoration job, if they don't apply a UV coating to it, it's only going to last about 3 to 4 months, and it'll start oxidizing again. But in this case, with auto ceramic, it is the trending thing now that auto detailers are doing. It's going to last up to 2 years. Now we have auto ceramic that's been normally applied to the body of a vehicle, and now it's applied to the headlights, and it's lasting up to 2 years. And that's what customers want. They want their headlights to stay clear like this for up to 2 years. They don't want to be bothered with having to go out every week and polishing it, every week polish it, every month polish it. They want to just hit it and forget it. And because people have busy schedules, they got routines, family activities. They don't want to be bothered with having to be paying attention to something about their vehicle. So that's what's great about the auto ceramic. And if you like this, go ahead and give me some comments. Once again, subscribe. And we're going to do something else in the next video. We want to know how thick that plastic is, so we're gonna cut that and find out. Okay, so this is Neil, and I'm just keeping it real. Catch you in the next video.